Hey guys, welcome to our review of Ultraman Zett! Episode 2. As always, I'm your host, Frozen Stratos. Here with me today we have...
Cinder Blaze.
And Makotoa.
Dudes, welcome back. But before we get started, I just wanted to remind you that we here at Go Man Go stand in full support of the Black Lives Matter movement. So, if you want to help out, there are links in the description down below to where you can go sign petitions or donate money if you can. Whatever you do, as long as you do something, it helps. But with that said, let's dive into our thoughts before we get into your thoughts. And our thoughts were, well, it was nice.
Yeah.
I enjoyed the part where, they were on the hangar bay and he walked right into the tummy of the robot. I thought, merging that, those scenes were really nice, and as I've been saying these past few times, they're really good at getting scale down and making everything feel bigger than they actually are. So I appreciated that.
Yeah. Personally, I felt like the episode was a bit lackluster, but gotta take in consideration that this is an episode 2 for a kids show, and for that, it did a pretty solid job. I mean, it kept it a little bit simple. It didn't overwhelm us with the plot, I would say, because I think they just kind of wanted to get some of the combat stuff in. Oh no, what can you do if you can't see the enemy? And it's he's kicking dust up everywhere, still can't see him, and they're just why don't you just sense it? And I was like, whatever, as long as the fight scene was pretty neat, which it kind of was. That was pretty satisfactory.
It definitely felt like one of those, and they say it directly in the episode, don't rely on your eyes to fight episodes.
Use the force, Luke.
Thing invisible. Yeah,
lots of Star Wars references, huh? We had the cockpit of the X-Wing fighter that they were, hanging out in.
You keep making reference to it looking
I do, and it keeps getting deleted.
Right, no, but what I'm saying is that it's like any cockpit. Any cockpit can be.
It had
it can look
the
like
scouter. That's the only reason. And their helmets, actually. The helmets kind of reminded me of the X-Wing fighter helmets, too.
Oh, yeah. So you're saying pilots have pilot helmets?
Yeah.
I don't know, man. I just think, because, Star Wars draws from, what you would know what a
regular
a cockpit would look like. And everything just sort of looks like a cockpit. You know what I mean?
Yeah, I mean, it kind of just looks like a regular jet cockpit without the fucking window and stuff.
Yeah.
So.
Was there a window?
Or for jets and stuff, the fucking cover.
Well, I mean, there was a screen, but yeah. And so again, another visceral moment that caught me off guard was when he jumped on the back of it.
Oh my god!
Took its horns and just 180, and I was like, oh my god.
Yeah.
It's a good thing humans really don't have ears like that.
Yeah. They really make some decisions here.
Yeah, like the use of the term gerbil, which we didn't know what that meant until today.
You'll learn something every day. The kids are learning something every day.
Oh boy, that's what the kids need to learn.
I know.
I think you should cut some slack. It is episode 2 of a kids show. Might as well let them know what gerbils are.
But Alex, what you were saying, they were not being too heavy-handed on the plot, but I didn't really get to know much. Not heavy-handed, or maybe just very sparse on the plot is another way to look at it.
I like to put it that way.
Which is not in itself a bad thing. We enjoyed Ryu Soldier. It's just that I'm not really there for the characters quite yet, and I'm not really there for the villain of the week, because I wasn't excited by the problem or the challenge that they faced with it. because there's no sort of face behind it yet. There's no sort of like, oh, why do I want this villain to win? Or there's no like neat quirk that it has, neat funny quirk that it has that certain Sentai villains have going for them. If it's like a villain of the week episode, it just was.
It's just, I mean, for Ultraman, it's usually kaiju of the week specifically, so they're not always. In fact, most of the time, they don't have any personality other than that they're just giant, angry animals or beasts or whatever.
They're being reused from years ago.
I don't know. Like I like the visceralness of like the lightning. So but like the sound effects that kind of went into it made it seem like a lot more epic than it probably was.
Yeah.
Well, yeah, but visuals for this kind of show, like Ultraman, just is really good about making it look really good during the fights. Like I would say like the cinematography is pretty good. Like, I mean, we did a pretty cool thing at one point. I'm just like, where Giant Man fights kaiju, and that's Ultraman in a nutshell. And I hope that I can enjoy Ultraman as a whole. For more than that, I don't know.
Like,
we'll see.
I understand, on surface level that is what that provides. I mean, I've been saying this as well. We haven't seen much Ultraman, but like what we know and our preconceived notions have not been challenged in any way. There's nothing interesting quite yet. But this is only episode 2, so I'm willing to give it a little bit more. I feel like people might hold the flair of it being huge in higher reverence than we do possibly. I don't know. I want to like this show. I want to like Ultraman. The commercials, and since we watched them, I feel like this is fair to review the commercials. The commercials really make me want to watch Ultraman just because they're able to get so many of their legacy characters back, and I would like to enjoy that sort of treatment in a show. That's a really neat thing that I feel like Ultraman is one of the only series that are able to do that effectively, because Kamen Rider never gets people back. They're too popular to come back. Sentai doesn't get too many people back. There's too many people. You can't pay all those people. So like Ultraman really fits that like perfect niche of affordable actors and like legacy stuff. So I don't know. I want to like Ultraman. It's just I need a better reason.
Yeah, I think we just need like some stronger characters kind of like drive it, because I think like the main character isn't really doing it all too much for me.
His boss beat the tar out of him, which was, it does make me like the boss a little bit more, but I'm still not there. Yeah, I'm still not there with any of the characters yet either.
Same. But I don't know if you guys are done. Yeah,
I'm done.
All right, so yeah, that's enough of our thoughts. Let's dive into what you thought. John Hendricks says, "Man, I love this show. My favorite thing about these shows are the shots that establish scale. The miniature work is phenomenal. The shot of Haruki entering Savenger in the hangar is just so cool. But that's enough gushing out of me for one episode. This theme is in the top 3 Ultraman songs for me." All right, yeah, no, I absolutely agree with all of that. And I feel like we've said everything about that throughout this.
Yeah, no matter like how much shit we talk about this Ultraman series, I feel like every time we listen to that opening, it's gonna reset our minds.
That opening's so
yeah.
good.
That really helps. Because like Rubes was all right. Rubes was a nice time, but this was a freaking banger.
Rubes' ending was hilarious. Give me some more of that karaoke.
All right. Yuki Miyazaki writes, All right. Beside Yoko liking old dudes and the inside jokes about the protagonist wearing toys that were obvious for the viewer, this
Yeah.
episode is nice, even though not a whole lot happening in terms of character and plot progression. It's still enjoyable to a certain extent, and they'll be reusing a lot of monsters from the past, so expect older monsters to reappear again. Also, the earlier section where Haruki entering Savenger remind me a lot of Gundam, so that cool. Overall, decent episode for yet another Ultraman Zett. That end part where Zett gonna peace out still look really ridiculous, but I love it. Yeah, I mean, yeah, I'm I'm seeing a lot of people really liking that hangar scene.
Yeah, we loved it too. Go watch our watch
yeah.
along.
Oh, I know. Yeah, I don't know. I didn't think that would be like a common thread, but I do also want to mention that, like, I guess it sort of makes sense that we see a bunch of reused aliens just because, like, those species already sort of exist, I guess,
Yeah.
right? And they just run around and come back. So I get, another thing about legacy that they take into consideration, I suppose.
Another thing
Sure,
about
it's
reusing, their
all
assets.
easy, but you know what? It's calling back to older things by establishing that this is a species and they are here.
I mean,
Oh.
that's a nice way to
The
put
way
it.
to look at it.
Yeah, because Sentai can't exactly say that. It's not like every villain of the week is its own species they can use as an excuse to reuse the creature.
It's a smart thing that they've done. All right. Heroic Gangster says, welcome back, by the way. Ultraman, even in this time, goes ultra close and personal with the combat. Also, we bless ourselves in the Ultra fandom knowing we crush on ultra old, mostly guys. Fantastic.
Well,
That roll into that span.
you know, I mean, Ultraman is about guys in giant rubber suits. So, what do you want to?
I don't know. What do you wanna?
It doesn't surprise me, I think is what I'm saying.
Oh, okay. Well, hey man, Zett is a time to have, and we had it with you. I hope you enjoyed this episode. I'm sorry we're not more positive on this. Again, I really want to like sucks that, like, I'm not connecting as much. But thank you for telling us in the comments what you thought about the episode, because maybe we're just looking in the wrong places for where to find excitement, because that cockpit scene was great, like everyone was saying. Yeah, guys, thanks for watching. If you like this episode, hit that like button and subscribe if you want to hear more from us each week. Tell us in the comments down below what you thought about our thoughts about your thoughts, because I feel like there's a discussion to be had. And also, as always, check out in the links in the description ways how you can help support the Black Lives Matter movement by signing petitions or donating money. Once again, anything you do absolutely helps, so definitely go do at least something. Guys, thanks for watching. Keep it juicy.
Yep. See ya.
Here.
Listen to the opening right now.
Did it help?
Yeah.
Does it fix it?
I feel like they spent a bunch of budget on this. Holy shit.
It feels like they did, but really they just threw a bunch of, like,